January 14th, Genesis 26 verse 12 to 27 verse 29. Isaac sowed seed in that land, and in that year he reaped 100 times what was sown. The Lord blessed him, and the man became rich, and kept getting richer, until he was very wealthy. He had flocks of sheep, herds of cattle, and many slaves, and the Philistines were envious of him. The Philistines stopped up all the wells that his father's slaves had dug in the days of his father Abraham, filling them with dirt. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Leave us, for you are much too powerful for us." So Isaac left there, camped in the valley of Gerar, and lived there. Isaac reopened the water wells that had been dug in the days of his father Abraham, and that the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham died. He gave them the same names his father had given them. Moreover, Isaac's slaves dug in the valley and found a well of spring water there. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdsmen and said, "The water is ours." So he named the well Quarrel, because they quarreled with him. Then they dug another well and quarreled over that one also, so he named it Hostility. He moved from there and dug another, and they did not quarrel over it. He named it Open Spaces and said, "For now the Lord has made room for us, and we will be fruitful in the land." From there he went up to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him that night and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your offspring because of my servant Abraham." So he built an altar there, worshipped the Lord, and pitched his tent there. Isaac's slaves also dug a well there. Then Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahazoth, his advisor, and Phicol, the commander of his army. Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me? You hated me and sent me away from you." They replied, "We have clearly seen how the Lord has been with you. We think there should be an oath between two parties, between us and you. Let us make a covenant with you. You will not harm us, just as we have not harmed you, but have only done good to you, sending you away in peace. You are now blessed by the Lord." So we prepared a banquet for them, and they ate and drank. They got up early in the morning and swore an oath to each other. Then Isaac sent them on their way, and they left him in peace. On that same day, Isaac's slaves came to tell him about the well they had dug, saying to him, "We have found water." He called it Oath. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he took as his wives Judith, daughter of Berer, the Hittite, and Basemath, daughter of Elon, the Hittite. They made life bitter for Isaac and Rebekah. When Isaac was old, and his eyes were so weak that he could not see, he called his older son, Esau, and said to him, "My son." And he answered, "Here I am." He said, "Look, I am old and do not know the day of my death. Take your hunting gear, your quiver and bow, and go out in the field to hunt some game for me. Then make me the delicious food that I love and bring it to me to eat, so that I can bless you before I die." Now Rebekah was listening to what Isaac said to his son Esau. So while Esau went to the field to hunt some game to bring in, Rebekah said to her son Jacob, "Listen, I heard your father talking with your brother Esau. He said, 'Bring me some game and make some delicious food for me to eat so that I can bless you in the Lord's presence before I die. Now obey every order I give you, my son. Go to the flock and bring me 2 choice young goats, and I will make them into a delicious meal for your father, the kind he loves. Then take it to your father to eat, so that he may bless you before he dies.'" Jacob answered Rebekah, his mother, "Look, my brother Esau is a hairy man, but I am a man with smooth skin. Suppose my father touches me, then I will seem to be deceiving him, and I will bring a curse rather than a blessing on myself." His mother said to him, "Your curse be on me, my son. Just obey me and go get them for me." So he went and got them and brought them to his mother, and his mother made the delicious food his father loved. Then Rebekah took the best clothes of her older son Esau, which were there at the house and had a younger son Jacob with him. So she put the goat skins on his hands and the smooth part of his neck. Then she handed the delicious food and bread she had made to her son Jacob. When he came to his father, he said, "My father." And he said, "Here I am." "Who are you, my son?" Jacob replied to his father, "I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Please sit up and eat some of my game so that you may bless me." But Isaac said to his son, "How did you ever find it so quickly, my son?" He replied, "Because the Lord your God worked it out for me." Then Isaac said to Jacob, "Please come closer so I can touch you, my son. Are you really my son Esau or not?" So Jacob came closer to his father Isaac. When he touched him, he said, "The voice is the voice of Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau." He did not recognize him, but his hands were hairy, like those of his brother Esau. So he blessed him again and asked, "Are you really my son Esau?" And he replied, "I am." Then he said, "Serve me and let me eat some of my son's game so that I can bless you." Jacob brought it to him and he ate. He brought him wine and he drank. Then his father Isaac said to him, "Please come closer and kiss me, my son." So he came closer and kissed him. When Isaac smelled his clothes, he blessed him and said, "Ah, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field that the Lord has blessed. May God give it to you from the dew of the sky and from the richness of the land, an abundance of grain and new wine. May people serve you and nations bow down to you. Be master over your brothers. May your mother's sons bow down to you. Those who curse you will be cursed, and those who bless you will be blessed." Psalm 9, verse 7 to 12. But the Lord sits enthroned forever. He has established his throne for judgment. He judges the world with righteousness. He executes judgment on the peoples with fairness. The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Those who know your name trust in you, because you have not abandoned those who seek you, Lord. Sing to the Lord who dwells in Zion. Proclaim his deeds among the peoples. For one who seeks an accounting for bloodshed remembers them. He does not forget the cry of the afflicted. Proverbs 2, verse 9 to 10. Then you will understand righteousness, justice, and integrity, every good path. For wisdom will enter your mind, and knowledge will delight your heart. Matthew 10, verse 1 to 20. Summoning his 12 disciples, he gave them authority over unclean spirits to drive them out and to heal every disease and sickness. These are the names of the 12 apostles. First Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the tax collector, James the son of Alphaeus and Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. Jesus sent out these 12 after giving them instructions. Don't take the road leading to other nations, and don't enter any Samaritan town. Instead, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. As you go, announce this: the kingdom of heaven has come near. Heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse those with skin diseases, drive out demons. You have received free of charge. Give free of charge. Don't take along gold, silver, or copper for your money belts. Don't take a traveling bag for the road, or an extra shirt, sandals, or a walking stick, for the worker is worthy of his food. When you enter any town or village, find out who is worthy and stay there until you leave. Greet a household when you enter it. And if the household is worthy, let your peace be on it. But if it is unworthy, let your peace return to you. If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, shake the dust off your feet when you leave that house or town. I assure you, it will be more tolerable on the day of judgment for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for that town. Look, I'm sending you out like sheep among wolves. Therefore, be as shrewd as serpents and as harmless as doves. Because people will hand you over to Sanhedrins and flock you in their synagogues. Beware of them. You will even be brought before governors and kings because of me, to bear witness to them and to the nations. But when they hand you over, don't worry about how or what you would speak, for you will be given what to say at that hour, because you are not speaking, but the Spirit of your Father is speaking through you. A worldview for reading and meditation. The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Psalm 9 verse 9. Philosophers have said that if we are to live effectively and securely in this world, then we must have a worldview of things, a cosmic framework to which to live, think, and work. The Germans call it Weltanschauung, the big picture. When we have a cosmic framework, it gives a sense of fidelity and meaning to all we do. It makes us feel we are a part of a universal purpose. Many modern thinkers believe that the reason there is so much insecurity in the hearts of men and women is that there is a breakdown of this world framework of reference. One writer says, modern man is homesick. He's going on a hand-to-mouth existence day by day, and what he does and thinks does not seem to be related to the whole. This has made life empty and jittery because it is insecure. The Chinese have a saying, in a broken nest, there are no whole eggs. The nest, the world in which we live and think and work, has been broken up by sin, and therefore our central unity has gone. This can be seen on a small scale. When the home is broken, nearly all the children in reform schools come from broken homes. Why? The framework in which they have lived has broken down and has left them inwardly disrupted and confused. As a consequence, morals break down. Can you see now why Jesus taught us to have a world view of things with our eyes focused on the kingdom? We know that at the heart of things, there is utter security. Prayer. Oh God, I am so grateful that I am not an orphan in this universe. I have a homeland, the kingdom of God, and because nothing can hinder the establishing of that kingdom, I have a peace that nothing can disturb. I am so grateful. Amen.